This is Unsane21, and I am here to give you guys a rundown, patch 5.15 rundown. This is going to be a very short patch update. Not really short, but rather it's going to be quite big, as everybody is expecting it, because there's at least two champions going back. One from the dead, and the other one will be rising up and changing her gameplay from becoming a hog of the top lane or in the jungle to becoming more of a standard, a true duelist that encourages people to play her properly. And plus, she has more abilities now, and she looks way different. And let's get started. So patch 5.15 focuses more on getting more of the jungle items going on. The HUD patches, they're going to be putting it back to where it belongs. They're going to try to put it to the ranked games. Unlike before, where they were just testing it on the normal patches, normal games. But now, since everybody's gotten used to the new HUD, they're going to be putting it to the ranked games, which is kind of okay. Everybody's going to be seeing less of the map. Clicking will be a hassle, and you can actually position your lineup properly on the tab list. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. But yep, I have already discussed the patch, the HUD before in patch 5.14. So let's go ahead and focus on the champions that are coming back, which is we'll start with Gangplank. His parley now. The parley now gives well, technically it's like this. Greatly reduce the radius where parley automatically fires back. So I believe this is as I can recall, when Gangplank tries to trigger a barrel, it's kind of hard. But hopefully, when you try to, I wish that when you throw a barrel, right, and then he hits with his gun, his parley, should have actually, hopefully they would have automatically triggered the barrel automatically, because you're actually giving away two of your skills at the same shot. So it's the bomb sets themselves are not that, their damage is, the AoE damage is really great, and they don't cost less, but the cooldown is going to be affected by it. So hopefully they would have done that instead, but it looks, it greatly reduces the radius where parley automatically acquires a 1 HP. So I think this is the one. This is the one. So when you just release the new the barrel, if parley hits it, it automatically blows up. Literally blows up automatically. So yep. So Fiora, let's go ahead and check out her patch here. And so as you can see, she looks quite different. She is still hot. Her abilities now is the duelist dance. For each time you see this thingy on the Lux, every time she does it, so you see here, Fiora, when she sees that, when she hits it, it triggers it, and it does full damage onto her opponent. So it's a lot easier for you to outplay this. However, you have to be very careful. It's more of a dance of a positioning. And Fiora doesn't really stack well when it comes to ranged players. However, when it comes to melee champions in the top lane, doing true damage on Irelia, on Maokai, on Sion will do quite well. So next one is her lunge. It's different now. It's a skill shot, and it only lunges once. However, when she launches an opponent, and if it hits something, not a champion, the cooldown is cut in half, or somewhat. Next is the riposte, which is the biggest change on Fiora's kit. Why? Because it doesn't just riposte anything. It ripostes almost anything. If you timed it right, even spells can be riposted. I think this is a single target attacks or something, and hopefully she can riposte even AoE things like Amumu's. But the thing is, if you look closely here in this part, the opponent gets stunned if they are in range of the riposte. So you have to be very careful. But on Morgana, probably it's not such a good idea to do the riposte because she does have spell shields. So yeah, it's just a good example of what she can actually do with her riposte. Next is the blade work, which is the replacement of her E, which is the blade surge. So she gets two attacks. First one will be slows down the opponent, and the next one is a guaranteed auto crit. Kind of like reminds me of something, but it is somewhat better when it comes to dueling one-on-one. Well, on the first level, nobody gets a critical item in the beginning anyway. And secondly, the slow is really good. It gives Riora more abilities to be able to stun, to be able to do some damage and do some CC on her opponents. So the first attack slows down the opponents, and then the second one auto crits. Next, and finally, her ultimate is the Grand Challenge, wherein when you activate and trigger it onto an opponent, when you hit it, 1, 2, 3, 4, all of those 4 hits are true damage. Basically, you have to really be positioning Fiora really well in the team fight in this. When she does that, when she triggers it, it will do the it will create an AoE field that heals your allies. As you can see, it heals Jarvan here. But if the opponent dies prior to completing all 4, you still get the heal. So flower symbol over there. So yep, a lot of beautiful changes that came to Fiora. Now let's go back to the main patch. Now Echo, there's a lot of base damage problems here. So okay, the passive on Z is resonance when every time you try to hit an ability, hit the champ target, and every 3 shots, you get to slow down the target, plus you gain an excessive boost of speeds. However, they kind of slowed this down for him. Well, it's actually quite a good idea, but he gets to still move really fast. So the slow isn't really as great as before, but you still get to have more damage done because it is now 0.8 ability power ratio. 0.8 on each third stack of that thing. That's strong. Parallel convergence, well, the shield base is lower down. Definitely toned down because, toned down because if you are a tank based echo and you do the parallel convergence, you go in without any AP, you still gain 330 base shields, which is kind of really good. But now you're focusing more on getting Echo to become more of an offensive assassin, which he is supposed to be an assassin. So instead of the shield ratio being 0.8 on ability power, they put it with a whopping 1.5 ability power, which is wow. If you have 1000 AP parallel convergence, you go in, somebody hits you with a lot of skills. Let's say I can imagine a Veigar when he does the damage to you. You have 1.5 shield, 1.5 a whopping lot of shield there. Aside from parallel convergence being hard to pull off and trigger because there's a lot of timing to happen there. Chrono break, well, so the damage taken over, heal restored 20% damage taken over the last 4 seconds, which is okay, and the heal ratio is somewhat improved at least. So instead of it increases every if you gain 1000 damage, you gain 200 back. The heal ratio is more dependent now on your ability power because if you have every 15 ability power, you get if you have 1000 ability power, you get a lot of 1% additional heals there, right? Right? So there you go. Nidalee is somewhat of a very unique and different As Black Inola says, the spears is really powerful. So javelin toss's wind up is now more it, it's not really instant anymore. You have 0.25 to really notice the difference between the auto attack and the actual wind up for the javelin, which is kind of nice because sometimes when you're facing a needly, you don't know which one is which. Sometimes, if you know what I'm saying, you don't really face a needly every game, right? So another thing that was taking out of the Nidalee is that the base damage is lowered down upon getting the maximum speed range of the the Q, which is kind of okay, especially in the really late game where Nidalee sucks balls when they get hit by it. So the vision range of the bushwhack when you're trying to prep up is lowered down 1200 units to 400 units, which is kind of okay. It's enough range anyway to see if you want to ward a bush check, not cool area ward check. So definitely it's okay. Siver's ultimate is nerfed on the first step. So allies that enter on the hunt after the cast the same bonus speed value during Siver currently has. So it sucks. It sucks now. Literally. Like on the hunt 60% additional movement speed, it ticks down to a lower base damage, lower speed, and if somebody enters you will then gain the speed of what Saber currently has, and I believe even the time of the on the hunt. So that's the thing. It's really weak now. Hopefully they still prefer Saber, and hopefully this mustn't really affect, but I believe this will truly affect Saber's capabilities and the presence during the in the pro scene. Timo gets a good rework. Uh, rework while I say like this. When Timo is under the bush, his camouflage is faster by 1.5 seconds faster when it's halved to 0.75. He goes invisible automatically. Plus, when he is inside the bush, he can move inside the bush. He stays invisible while he is inside the bush. So you better make sure that you place that motherfucking pink ward because he be moving inside that bush all day, all day. So he's gonna attack you, stops there, invisible, goes back and forth. Who knows? It's the motherfucking devil we're talking about here. Next is the noxious trap, which is the thing that makes Timo really bad because of the inability to be able to place the traps. One thing that Timo sucks with is that he has to move to the place before he can actually set up the trap. Now, Timo at the maximum level, this level 16, he can bush check or check the Baron with his noxious trap. Other than that, the trap themselves bounce from one another. So if you can see, you can extend your potential when it comes to placing the traps. You can even clear jungle. You can even clear minions while you're not even in the lane. That's dangerous. Yep, the arm time is slower when you're when it goes from there and then you it's slower. And the duration of the bombs are only 5 minutes, but that's okay. I mean, if you have like a mushroom in a bush that stays there for 10 fucking minutes, right? Doesn't do anything, just blow up. Also, this mushrooms works like the barrel as well, but has 3 stacks, kind of like a ward. Zeke's Harbinger, I don't really understand how to make this item work though. It kinda... The stacking ability is reduced, the buff duration is increased. So, okay. So, that's that. I haven't used Zeke's Harbinger just yet. I don't know how OP how OP the shit it is, but... So, another things that have been changed is the HUD update. Now, Yeah, global font changes, switch to thicker fonts. Font size has been increased to many locations across the edit. Drop shadows to chalk box. Drop shadows. Buff stats once again. Use colored text. Stat icons are larger. Critical strike chance and right and swap positions. Critical chance is now the default view, while the attack range is now expanded view. Ability bar. Swift da 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 da. Okay. CS, KDA, and Team KDA has been relocated to the upper right hand corner to the next in the game timer. Scoreboard, space, blah blah blah. Okay. Instant feedback system. As mentioned, the launch of instant feedback system was originally tuned to conservative avoid false positives. Now that it's been in place for a few months, we've already started taking training wheels off. In particular, the system is now more partial speech after one is just one incident. I don't know why. Normally, this kind of systems is when you're trying to report a troll or something like that. They just exist for some reason. I don't know why. Even I myself have become something like that, but hopefully I can get back to where I was. Maybe because of the health issues, like the hypertension, stuff like that. Muting a player now hides their champion mastery mode. Ward skin selection. You can now select your ward skins during champ select. Very useful, right? Okay, enchanted teleport active effects can no longer bug to cast without cooldown. Real Scatter now drops a soul. It doesn't have a soul? So all along the Rift Scuffler is yes. Using consumable item no longer temporarily disables Devour's effects. Galleon now properly gets an assist when shields an ally with W's Bulwark. Guardian Spirit Guardian now plays VO when gets I don't know what the VO means. Restore custom E Shunpo visual effects with Sandgrim and Steel Katarina. Upcoming skins! The Cotton Tail Viz. That rabbit is fucking scary. You know that, right? Look at the rabbit. Look at that. Look at this. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Look at that. Look at the rabbit. Shoot. Okay. This is scary. This is fucking scary. And upcoming chroma packs is, of course, the base chroma packs from Cassiopeia, the person skin chroma packs from Dragon Slayer Vein, and Toy Nami elements. So technically, yes, the Toy Nami is really nice touch there, and Cassiopeia should be getting that because snakes have different colors, and they should be like when they changed the color for like not just a chroma pack, probably texture. Like let's say Viper or the Sea Snake, the other one the stripy thingy, right? Right, Riot. Anyways, that was patch 5.15. Views, opinions about the changes. Well, we'll be seeing more of Teemo. Echo will become more of an assassin because of the update. Nidalee will not be played as much anymore because her benefits are almost tweaked down. Sivir probably not in the pro scene anymore. And Gangplank, I don't know. Funi or any pro player could play this champion. I have played him. He's hard as fuck, but he is fun to play. And if you get like that upgrade early, like if you're farming really well with Parley, man, oh man, that would have been a very powerful. You have to get the upgraded Cannon Barrage prior to getting level 11. Because if you do, if you choose to have a greater slow, then you do tons of damage. Other than that, probably not. So, yes, that's about it. Oh, Fiora. Fiora more on the top lane. She is going to be more dependable. Positioning wise, Yeah, he can. She can get there. She can get things done now. She's more of a team player now. If you tip something, or if you have an enemy that is about to die and you guys are really low, you have already used the Janna ult. Use Priora's ultimate on a dying enemy champion. Get the turnaround. If he blows up, you get heals, and then during the team fight, you can still gain a leveling edge, which is really nice. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching this patch rundown from me. And once again, this is Unsane21, and this is again my room here. And if you like the video, like it. If you don't like the video, please just do what you have to do and just like the video. Leave a comment and nothing else, I suppose. Goodbye.